What is your most anticipated game of the year? I get this question a lot from my viewers, but I want to clarify on this. Instead of talking about the most anticipated game of the year for me, I'm going to talk about my most anticipated game of all time, and that is CyberPunk 2077. CyberPunk 2077 was first announced back in 2012. A trailer was released showing an augmented woman slaughtering citizens in the streets of Night City. Police and riot squads were dispatched to her location to take down this indestructible woman. What would cause her to go insane? Could it be the harsh life of Night City, or her monstrous cybernetics that made her lose her mind? What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'll be taking a big look into the world of CyberPunk 2077, how it was initially created, and how the world of Night City will affect our player come release. The story centers around the player who is thrown into a dark future where cybernetics and corporate wars flood the streets of Night City. Drugs, violence, and poverty are only some of the obstacles that will stand in the way of our hero. Drugs will play a big part in CyberPunk. CD Projekt Red has stated that these drugs are called brain dance, a stream of steady data that gives the player a cheap way to feel the emotions and stimuli of someone else. CD Projekt Red has also stated that brain dances can be helpful in future gameplay situations, or have a horrible outcome. In the underground scene of Night City, brain dances are sold illegally. Entering the mind of a serial killer means not only seeing this monstrosity unfold, but living it out as well. There is a ton of information jam-packed into the world of CyberPunk 2077, but to understand the future, we must go back into the past and find out how CyberPunk was originally made. In 1990, CyberPunk 2020 was released as a pen and paper dice RPG. The creator, Mike Pondsmith, wanted to create a game world where the character relied more on his skills than a level up system, meaning the ability to augment themselves with cyber technology, ensuing loss of humanity as they become more machine than man. Possible combat system in CyberPunk 2077 could be an evolution of the pen and paper style game, named Friday Night Firefight, which tries to keep the combat as realistic as possible. No matter who the character, a single bullet can result in a lethal wound. This encourages players to think before entering a firefight, like augmenting yourself with more cybernetic muscles or armor. CyberPunk 2077 is set in the year of 2077. It is set in the fictional Night City, located somewhere between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Following a huge economical collapse, mega corporations have taken over Night City and are fighting to become number one. Arasaka is a Japanese company headed by a CEO who is obsessed with making Japan into the next superpower. Biotechnica is an Italian-based firm that specializes in biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, and cybernetics. And last, EBM, an information-heavy corporation which headquarters lie in Germany. Those are only some of the mega corporations that will have a major impact in the full game's release. Violence, drugs, and mystery is what makes this neo-noir game so unique. These are only some of the reasons why I'm so excited for CyberPunk 2077 to come out. The first day I saw that trailer, my mouth dropped. I was automatically hooked. I could not wait for this game to come out. And with the completion of The Witcher 3 right around the corner, we can get Cyberpunk sooner than later. CD Projekt Red have cemented themselves in the gaming industry as one of the greatest RPG game companies out there. Mike Pondsmith, the creator of CyberPunk, wanted to find a game company that had true fans of the pen and paper RPG within it, and CD Projekt Red was that game company. He is working very closely with the design team over at CDPR to get the most authentic feel of Cyberpunk. So, the one big question you all are probably asking yourself is when CyberPunk 2077 is going to be released. One of the head developers of CDPR said this: "We do not have an actual mandate for the game's release. Most of the company is working on The Witcher 3 as of now. But if I was to say, CyberPunk 2077 will come out the earliest, late 2015. Now, on a more personal side of things, if CD Projekt Red really wanted to release their game later this year, they would have, but it would be probably filled with game-breaking bugs and massive glitches that might be unbearable for some players. So that's what I think they're not going to do. I think the best window for me, in my perspective, it's late 2016, mid 2016, and around there. Next year, the game could probably come out. It might be delayed till 2017, but if you think about it, that's not long away. And as of now, CyberPunk 2077 is only guaranteed on PC. It has not been announced for Xbox One or PS4, but now that The Witcher 3 is only 2-3 months away from being completed, they might announce something this year at E3 via a new trailer, gameplay details, or even an actual release date. So with all that being said, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much to everyone who watched, listened, and loved everything that I had to say in this video. If you want, hit like and subscribe for more gameplay videos. It is very much appreciated. It shows that you liked this video and you want to see more of this style. And let me know in the comments if you're very, very excited for CyberPunk, what you're excited most about. I only implemented a small amount of detail. There's far more in this world of CyberPunk to come. And you can guarantee I will cover all the gameplay demos, gaming news, everything that's CyberPunk I will cover in future videos. So until next time everyone, peace, have a nice night, and be careful of what street you go down in Night City.